Hello, we're going to do hair feathering today. We're going to use the colors E13, 15, and 39 for this. I always only use 3 colors when I'm doing hair color: a highlight, a mid-tone, and a low light. So basically your lightest color, your middle color, and the darkest you want to see the hair to be. The image we're going to use is called Ebony. She's from the Greeting Farm collection, and these images are just great for hairstyles. They have nice big heads and lots of hair and lots of detail you can put in these images. Okay, so what we need to start with is decide where your light source is coming from, so where the light is going to be bouncing off the hair. When I'm doing these images, I always pretend that the light is actually kind of above her head. So when you are coloring this image and the light's bouncing down, the parts in the hair that are the lightest, it's kind of like in a half moon shape here, because decided that the light source is going to come from the top. That means that all the hair that kind of bubbles out is going to be lighter, so kind of like a half moon shape is going to be the lightest part of the hair. To do that, we're going to use the color E13, and you're just going to create a half moon shape of color right in here. Doesn't matter how wide it is, it's not that particular. You're going to cover over most of it anyway, but I like to start with a really wide band of light color. It makes the feathering and the blending a little bit easier. Like I said, it's going to be sort of a half moon shape to it. The next color you're going to use is the mid-tone. Now with the mid-tone color, you're going to add in brush strokes that we talked about earlier. So with the brush strokes, always remember to move your image around that's comfortable for you when you're flicking. The other thing to remember is to follow along with the hairline. So the hair is coming down here and then going a little bit this way. So when you're doing your brush strokes, move them along with the way the hair is moving. So you start with your mid-tone or middle color and away from your highlight color, and just flick and pull it down. Like you're wanting to go towards the middle of the mid-tone color, and you just pull it down. You just want random strokes here. The more random the better. So if you have lines that are longer than others, that's perfect. It'll look more natural that way, because as we all know, our hair never behaves. That's why they have bad hair day hats. So you just flick it and you're pulling it in towards that highlight color. Always moving the image to what's natural for you to flick. Okay, so now the next color we're going to use is the E39. It's a little bit darker because you want to go continuously darker, starting with your lightest color and then working your way into the dark. So I'm going to go here, start at the roots, and pull. Feather out. If they're not going over your mid-tone color, pull them out a little bit more. So you just pull them. The smaller or shorter bits of hair requires shorter brush strokes. You don't want your brush stroke going outside. Trying to add extensions, I guess, to the hair. Remember, you want to be random with this. You can have longer ones and shorter ones. Brush strokes. And I always just fill in whatever is left over and pull that color down. So that's it for feathering. Then all you have to do is just fill in the rest of it with the darkest color here. That's your feathering. Now if you want to make it a little bit better, I always go back with the mid-tone color, the E15, and pull a little bit more color down. So just go back and add a couple more little brush strokes. Maybe make them a little bit longer. And that's it for feathering hair.